Welcome back to another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Lord Stan, and I welcome you back to joining us as we conquer the cosmos and automate everything. Because that's the name of the game. Anyway, we left off having finished setting up purple science. Now we need to go through and optimize optimize everything. Pretty much optimize everything. That's kind of where we're at. So, we need to do that. In the process of doing that, we have grabbed some more interstellar logistics vessels so we can place them where needed. So, we can get items to be pulled where we need them as quickly as humanly possible. Or as quickly as this game will allow us to, anyway. So that's currently where we're at. There are some other things that we need to kind of get into play that we'll get into play later. We're not currently ready for yet because we don't have the stuff. These I had limited, but well, we're eating through it faster than we're actually producing it, so I guess it doesn't matter. There. Let's see. I do apologize if I am kind of halting in my speech a little bit. I have chipped a tooth and it's irritating my tongue, something fierce. And so I'm not always wanting to talk because I tend to bite it a little bit as well as irritate it. So trying to not talk near as much if possible, but I want to keep content moving forward. So right now we're just kind of going through and we're optimizing things. Sometimes this can be a very boring process, and I apologize for that. But for the most part, that's what you have to do: is you go through, you optimize it, and then of course we also have to make sure that we keep our power consumption in play with everything, because without the power consumption, we start using more power and then our buildings don't operate at peak performance like they should. And then which allows the factories that we build to lag and fall behind, which means our production falls behind. It's a vicious cycle, and it's kind of hard to get out of at times. Nice thing is it just means you got to go put down a lot of power. Lots and lots of power. So, we'd started tapping everything on this planet, or tapping into all of the resources and whatnot in this planet, and kind of just stopped doing that after a little bit. We're going to kind of return to doing that and get things moved to where we want them. In this case here, we're going to tap into these little two copper lines and this iron line here. Using our PLSs, or planetary logistics stations, for those of you who do not know. Just flatten that out so we can get miners around it. We have a little bit of power, so we'll be able to get most of these. Might have to set down some more power if needed. I'm going to try to avoid that if at all possible, however. This point in the game, we just want to try to get around as many resources as possible. 8 would be ideal, or sorry, not 8. 6 would be ideal, but not necessary. Sure, we'll just put that out. Put that in there. This one will come across and connect there just for convenience's sake. And connect this away. We'll set up power poles to power everything. And put that there to provide power so it can start. And then this can start pulling in that. We want 100 max on drones. Now let's come over here and grab this copper. Once again, flatten that area out a little bit. And then put our miners around. The more miners you have around it, the faster it will mine the resources. And 6 of them will fill a tier 1 belt. So, which would be nice. I try to make each one kind of even for the most part. Try to make the miners as even as possible on each side. That way resources are distributed a little bit more evenly. And I don't have like a ton of resources on one side that are saturating a line and then scarcity on the other side to where it's not putting it's not saturating the line into wherever it needs to go. So that way it actually saturates everything and doesn't leave just a gaping mess, basically. The other line is copper. And then of course we need to mine around this section. And once this section's fully mined out, then we can enclose it with our solar panels properly. Just like this. Make some minor adjustments. Come on. There we go. Minor adjustments, and there we go. Everything's connected and everything is working. And that's saturated just as much as possible in those lights. We have refined oil is low. Why? What's going on with our refinery? Are we stock full? Yes, we're stock full of hydrogen. Right, we need hydrogen. We need to start using that up so we can really take off. We're slowly getting there. Kind of a slow process. So that will now pull from everywhere as we need it. And then this one is already maxed with the interstellar. And then it's getting what little of our acid that we're currently producing. That's low because we don't have enough. This going in. Now this is being maxed out for the time being. Do we have anything more storage wise? Because that's part of our problem. Storage. Here. Add another one up top. Unfortunately, that's going to fill fast. But for the time being, that's all we can do. Alrighty, now that that's done, taken care of for the time being. We're missing. What are we missing?
Mineral depleted.
That's taken care of. There was one thing that I was looking at. Oh, it's back over. It's back over in our research area. That's what I'm after. It's back over. Well, I guess this way now. This side. Over here. Dun dun dun. I think it was here. Yes. Here and... Oh, that one's already maxed out. Down here then? that's already maxed out too. Somewhere I don't have, maybe it was just the one that wasn't maxed out yet. Maybe that's what I was after. Because these are PLSs. High demand on that iron, so we need to find all the iron veins on here and the copper veins. Copper is starting to even out. It's the iron. Iron we need to do. So we need to find all the iron veins. So let's see if we can't find some more of those here real quick that are not tapped. Tapped. Coal, mainly coal. We might have to go to the other planet. Ooh, there's some iron that hasn't been tapped into yet. Stone. More stone. Coal, stone, and here's a little bit of iron. I might reroute to here. So we've got two little iron patches that we haven't tapped into yet. So we'll go tap into those real quick. Let's check our power first. Power. Yeah, we got plenty of power. So let's go tap into those real quick and get them taken care of. We don't have any more copper. We tapped into all the copper nodes. So now we just need to tap into the iron nodes and get those put in place. So this iron, got plenty of room around it, so we don't need to place any platforms beforehand to even out the ground. It's not needed as far as we're aware. Alrighty. Now, first things first, where are we taking this? Right across there would be best. Okay. So we'll just drag this down here, drag that up here, and that's going to be one line. And this over here, drag that down here, and we're probably just going to bring it up one here, drag it across. That to there, that to there, that there. This one will enter in here, and there we go. All those lines are now entered. And now we put power. Now we need this line, so from here, whoops, here, we're going to come down this line, come all the way across and right in. We're going to give that iron, and it's going to supply. There we go, and that's this iron line. Now, trying to remember where that other iron, oh, it was down, okay, it's down there. We will leave the stone areas, we'll tap into those later as needed, as we don't really need stone all that much right now. So, where was that other line? Over here. Right here. Here we are. This one we will need to flatten out. Just like that. And once again, just put it around as many as you can. I'm not being very particular into how many I get. If you want to, you're more welcome to. It doesn't hurt. Then we'll just do that. Just put that in there, give this a iron, and we're going to locally supply. And we might as well remote supply. There's no point in that. Put that there, this there, and that there. I was hoping that one would provide power to them all, but apparently not. Alright, so we're just barely providing enough power now. Now that we've tapped all the iron and copper. So now if we're going to tap anything more, we're going to need to go tap the other planets. We might as well grab some more miners if that's the case. Do we have a list of them providing us miners? No, we don't, so we'll just grab the set and be done. We'll use them eventually, somewhere. So, there we go. Get that. Move forward. Let that fill up our inventory a little bit. And then we'll move on. So yeah, purple science is ready to go. It's just a matter of it's working on getting saturation. So until purple science is up and going, we're going to continue moving forward just as far as we can. And the only thing we're waiting on is the processors. So processors are low because they don't have enough of these, and these are low because they don't have enough silicon, and silicon's low because not enough silicon. That's kind of just the basis of things, just not enough silicon. There's not enough silicon coming in. Alrighty, so what's our second system? We're going to view that. How much silicon? There's a lot of silicon in here, so that's where we need to go. Our issue is we don't have enough silicon coming in, so we need to provide more silicon. It's kind of really what it comes down to. Alrighty. So off we go. Attacking our, right now, just mining planet. Eventually it will be our, not our mining planet, but it will be our planet that produces the parts for our Dyson sphere. We are on our way. And just slam into the planet here. Biggest thing is, what is our power like? Ooh, what do we have here? Ooh, we have fire ice. That will be useful. Be so useful. Not right now, but it will be useful. Be useful later. Oh, that's what we needed. Okay, right now we've got plenty of power, so we're not too worried about it. We need titanium and silicon. Those are the two items we need. We might as well tap into everything else while we're here. Probably don't need this anymore, but it's probably one of the bigger things we need to do is just upgrade this line. Let's do that real quick. We're going to upgrade it by 2 because we can. And we're just going to upgrade it all by 2. And that's going to go faster. That's going to go much faster. Brilliant. So what does that now look like? That's now looking fuller. And we've got plenty of titanium ore. So now our issue was, okay, so our issue was it wasn't producing enough and it wasn't going out. Now we're going to deliver it out as well, and that's going to make that process go much faster. I would demand in, but we don't have any of the logistic drones at the moment. So the rest of this is going to basically stockpile until we get some logistic drones out here to start pulling them in. So in the meantime, let's start hitting sections. And I'm joined by both my cats, Fred and George, in our journey through the universe. It's actually kind of funny. They're actually watching my hand on the mouse. It's kind of funny, like they're going to attack it. So that's our biggest thing. So we've got drones. So we've got some of the resources tapped here. I think we started it and then just never finished. Let's tap these few resources. So we'll put one here. Just tap all the resources that we can. And we'll grab that. So we've got 3, 6, 7. 7. So slightly imbalanced, not a big deal. We'll just bring this down and put it through there. Just like that. And then this one will come around like that. That can just connect there, and there, and there, there, over here, and that's it. And then we got this silicon patch. We'll need to put a flatten area around that so we can put that, because there's a water patch right in there that we wouldn't have been able to put anything on if we didn't flatten it out. And rinse and repeat. Name of the game. Just run that in there real quick. Run this down. And of course run it across. Run that there. Run that there. And here. And right there. And that's it for that one. We'll run power here in just a minute. Get that one here. That one there. That there. That there. And that right there. And it's good enough for now. And of course, put this around. Just like that. Then here and there and there. Oh, the last one, titanium ore. Can't forget the titanium ore. We need lots of that eventually. I'm trying to get them all. Come on. There's just one, just out of range. Looks like I'm gonna get only that one. Well, hold on. Oh, I got it. Ha ha ha. There we go. That way I don't have to come back and rearrange the patch for literally just one item. That would be a pain. I'd do it, but I'd rather not. If you're going to try to get every piece, you might as well just get it all at once and then not need to worry about it or deal with it. And the only time you need to come back is when you're cleaning up the ones that are no longer functioning. And don't need to be down, because after so long, or sorry, they still take power, even if they're not mining anything. They just don't take the full amount. They still take a small base amount of power. So every once in a while, you'll want to go to the planets you were at and pull them out. Now, obviously, that's not as important if you've already been providing enough power to run everything, so it really doesn't matter at that point. But it doesn't hurt to clean it up if you need power somewhere, so you can get it added elsewhere. Just connect that to everything and run this to the power line. And oh right, we need to add this. So we have iron, titanium, and silicon. I think those are the three. Max that out and then leave the rest. That's all we have in that cluster.
Flight mode.
What's our next little bit? This one's a little bit further apart, but we can do this as well. This is going to have our fire ice. That way we'll just have this ready to rock here in a minute. Let's see now. We have miners. Might as well start here. It's actually quite a bit of fire ice. It's not a huge amount, but it's still quite a bit. Unfortunately, it's not the infinite fire ice. That would have been nice. Those you get from the gas giants. And that's a rare spawn in the starting system. You can get it. It's just it's a rare spawn. So
Mineral depleted.
alrighty, let's go ahead and get that connected. And get these pushed through. Sacrilege. I got all but one. So that means I need to make adjustments. This one. There you go. There you go, that's proper. Now everything's being gathered. Oops. And then there. And then we'll go ahead and just put the power poles down. And just get that ready to do things, and then we'll just bring power over this way. Speaking of, where are we at power-wise? Should probably figure that out real quick. Okay, so this is probably the last one we can do before we'll max out our current power grid. Then we'll grab more and more and more. This episode is probably going to be quite boring because this is mainly what we're going to be doing is gathering more resources. Not very interesting in the slightest. Get that done. Do that there, just like that. And there we go. Get that taken care of. Got that connected. We got 2 more resources to go. And we'll gather up all the resources. And go from there. And we'll just stick that in there. Just purring away is what Fred is doing. I'm not even petting him, which is funny. He literally came and hopped in my lap and started purring away. Which is what he does. Now this isn't going to take very many because well, there's not very many. So 5. It's only 4 that way. 5. And only 4 that way. It's not going to be much, but it's going to be that little bit of coal. For this planet. And it's probably the coal that's going to run out the fastest, which is fine. We're okay with that. Alrighty, and we're going to drag the power. To there, and that will, oh, we forgot to put power down here. No, we did put power down there, we forgot to connect it. That's what we did. And we're not quite maxed out, alrighty. So we have titanium. It's also titanium. We have coal. And then our last one is the fire ice. It's our special that we have on this planet. Where is that? There it is. Fire ice. We'll set that to maximum, and so when it actually does grab, it will grab, and we'll be good to go. So, alrighty. I think that I will end this episode here for today. We'll probably spend the next episode, or next couple of episodes, probably gathering and setting up more resources and stuff and optimizing our stuff so our factories can saturate a little bit faster and continuously get the resources that they need to function. And hopefully by that time research will start moving forward again. And we'll go from there. Until then, we will see you in the next video.